Hi everyone, Arjun on the page today, and I'm going to use some distress inks with a stencil. At least that's the start of the page. Gonna be, I think, quite a quick and simple page. I've got three colors that I've picked. I've got a fossilized amber, spiced marmalade, and stormy skies. And I'm just gonna start by taking a makeup sponge and going over the stencil. I'm starting with this yellow for the center, switching now to the orange, just going around and adding a little bit of orange. Like so. I'm working in this sketchbook, so it's sketchbook paper. I haven't gessoed it. I just want the ink to sink in fast. If I wanted it to move on my page, then I would have put some gesso first. Now I'm going for the stormy sky, and again just going around like so. And where I wanted to end, I'm not going to do the whole stencil. Then I'm just going to continue with less and less ink, so some of it will fade into the background. There will be only a little bit of hint of the ink. So now I have less ink on my sponge, and I'm just continuing and doing it lightly so it will fade into the background. I don't want harsh edges. Let's see. Good enough. So I'm going to do another one here the same way, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've got these two, and now I want to spray them a little bit with water, just so there will be some kind of like watercolor effect. I don't know how to describe it. You don't have to if you don't like it, and go for mist. Don't drown anything. So I'm just doing it lightly, and I'm gonna let the water do their thing. And while this is reacting to the water, and it would be very subtle, I don't know how much of it you would see. I want to add a little bit of stains of color here and here, and I'm thinking just to go with the same colors I've got here. I'm gonna use the yellow and the orange. I've got a plastic here, just going to put a little bit of the yellow, again spraying so I will have movement. And now I'm just gonna squish it here and moving on to the orange. Again squishing it, and it doesn't have to be the distress inks. You can play with watercolors, with any kind of sprays that you have, and just have fun with it. I'm just discovering my distress inks. Sometimes I forget about things that I have, and then when I remember them, I'm like experimenting and discovering them all over again. So as you can see, I'm just letting it drip and go wherever it goes, just so I will have nice stains. And you can squish it, you can smear it, you can move it, whatever fancies whatever you like. Basically. Okay, so even some going on top of this, and I just want a little bit more here, I think. So I will try and put some like this. It's not an exact science, it's just okay. That's better. The spiral here makes it difficult. And just a little bit more here, and that's it for the background. Yeah, okay, now I'm happy, definitely happy with the background. Okay, so I already knew what I wanted for my focal image, and it was a lizard. So I went and just did a search for free printable patterns, and I got this lizard from patternuniverse.com, so anyone can do the same thing if you want. And the only thing that I've done is take this pattern and traced it, put some oil pastels in the back and traced it to a coloring page that I have, this one. Now I've used the oil pastel, but you don't have to. You can use a carbon paper, copy paper, whatever you call it. And I just used this because I figured it would be easier, and I didn't want a black smear from the carbon paper. And here is my lizard that I'm going to adhere now, and the only thing I'm thinking of doing is just adding some details into my lizard, so it will be just a little bit more, will pop up more on my page. So it's just plain thin paper from a coloring book. So I'm just using a glue stick, nothing more. And I also went with some black marker around the shape of the lizard, just so it would be more defined. I think it's going here, maybe a little bit like so. Okay, gently, because as I said, it's thin paper. Okay, easy does it. And I've got my lizard, and now I want some details into this black and white, and you don't have to have coloring pages. I've just got them. There are also free printable coloring pages, again from the internet. You can even take newspaper or book pages, whatever has pattern that interests you. Even a map can be used to cut out the shape that you want to use on your page. So I think I'm going for some, I'll take some gel pens that I have from the cheap store, and let's go, I think, with magenta. I think this will pop on the page, and I'm just going to pick small areas to add the magenta. I don't know how much of it, again, you can pick up in the video and see what I'm doing. Lighting is not great, but nonetheless. So I'm going to continue doing this, just adding a little bit of more color in several places to my lizard, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I went with the magenta and it wasn't bright enough for me, so I picked two more gel pens, one a bright, I don't know, neon pink and neon green, and just colored in random places on my lizard, just so I will have more details and a little bit more color that will separate it from the rest of the page. And I really like what's going on here. I just feel like I need more detail in the back, but I don't want it to if I add some detail, I don't want it to steal the focus from my focal image. So what I've done is I went and looked for, where did I put it? Oh, the mess. I've picked some stamp that looked like a mandala because I already got this in the back and I wanted it to go all together, and now I can't find the stamp, for God's sake. So I'm going to look for it and I'll be back. Okay, so I found it. Someone needs a new prescription for their glasses. What can I say? So I'm using the same color, and I hope it will be a nice added detail to the background without being overwhelming. And I'm just randomly going to stamp it. Like so. And probably this will be it. Let's see. And just a little bit more, if I can somehow. Yeah, just a little bit. It doesn't need to be precise, it doesn't need to be accurate, it just needs to add to the whole. So this is it. That's my page. Very easy, very simple and quick, and I hope you liked it, and try your hand at something as well, like this one. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.